Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms.
Good afternoon, this is Power 365 Online Radio. We are transmitting from the city of Ibadan. My name is Olamide Adeniji, and this is the local news at 2 p.m. These are the headlines. Labour vows to reject 100,000 naira minimum wage, may resume strike tomorrow. MBTE introduces mandatory skills qualification for polytechnic students. INEC vows professionalism ahead of Edo-Ondo governor polls. Now the news in full. The organized labor has vowed to reject any 62,000 naira or 100,000 naira minimum wage proposal for Nigerian workers by the federal government. Speaking in an interview on Channels Television on Monday, the Assistant General Secretary of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Chris Oyeka, described such a proposal as a starvation wage. Oyeka insisted that Labour won't accept the latest government's offer of 62,000 naira, saying that it's the latest demand as the living wage for an average Nigerian worker remains 250,000 naira. Meanwhile, the National Board for Technical Education has introduced a mandatory skills qualification as a graduation requirement for all newly reviewed national diploma, and the board said the introduction is in line with global trends, especially as skill acquisition is now central to the training of youths in polytechnics. This was disclosed in a statement by the board's head of media, Ajia Fatima Abubakar, on Monday in Abuja. Abubakar said diploma holders would now graduate with a national skills qualification or its equivalent as an additional certification. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, on Monday underscored the importance of professionalism and competence among election personnel for the success of elections. Yakubu conveyed this in an address honoring the former Director General of the Electoral Institute, the late Professor Abubakar Momo, in Abuja ahead of the Ondo and Edo off-cycle governorship elections scheduled for September 21 and November 16, 2024, respectively. You're still on to Power 365 Online Radio. Don't forget you may join us on all our social media handles, on TikTok, on Twitter, and on Facebook. While you could also download our app on www.power365fm.com. The national chairman of the Social Democratic Party, Shehu Gabam, has urged the federal government not to pay civil servants less than 100,000 naira if it truly wants the masses to breathe. Gabam made the appeal when he was featured as a guest on Sunday's edition of Channels Television Politics Today. The development comes barely 1 week after the Trade Union Congress embarked on a nationwide strike to demand an increase in minimum wage for workers and the reversal of the recently increased electricity tariff. And that ends our local news. Join us at 4 p.m. when we bring you the world news. But before we go, these are the headlines again. Labour vows to reject 100,000 naira minimum wage, may resume strike tomorrow. MBT introduces mandatory skills qualification for polytechnic students. INEC vows professionalism ahead of Edo-Ondo governor polls. Thank you for joining us. Olamide Adeniji is my name. Goodbye.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM.